From space, it seems like we have no shortage of water. All around is blue and blue. 71% of the Earth is water. But imagine if one day this blue color turns gray. If the last drop of water in your glass becomes the last resource on Earth.
We've heard since childhood that water is life, but what science says is shocking. Are we really heading towards a future where water will be more valuable than gold? Or is it impossible for the world to ever run out of water?
In this video, you're about to learn the terrifying truth that may change your perspective on water forever. Welcome to our special investigation today, the last day of water on Earth. About 70% of the world's fresh water is used for agriculture, and 20% for industry. From big tech giants to fast fashion brands, they are sucking up water deep underground to sustain our luxurious lifestyles. It takes about 7,500 liters of water to make a single pair of jeans, which is the equivalent of a person's drinking water for 7 years. Almost 2 billion people around the world currently lack access to safe drinking water. But this is not just a problem for poor countries. From Cape Town to California, London to Delhi, city after city is now moving towards day zero. Will today's children face a future in a thirsty world? Is water disappearing from the Earth? The answer is no. According to the laws of physics, water does not disappear from the Earth into space. So what is the problem? The problem is not the quantity of water, but the condition and quality of water. 97% of the world's water is salt water. Of the remaining 3% of fresh water, 2/3 is frozen in ice at the North and South Poles. The water in our rivers, ponds, and groundwater actually makes up less than 1% of the total water. We reuse that 1% of water through the water cycle. But climate change is upending this cycle. On the one hand, sea levels are rising, which is making coastal freshwater sources salty. On the other hand, excessive rainfall or severe droughts are disrupting the water balance. We don't see the cost of the invisible water behind what we eat or wear. It takes 2,400 liters of water to make a burger. We're not just drinking water, we're eating water through our food and clothes. Water is not leaving the Earth, but it is becoming unfit for human consumption or cultivation. We are actually walking on the path of becoming thirsty, even though we are drowning in an ocean of water. Is water scarcity a problem only for desert countries? Not at all. A look at the map shows that 1/3 of the world's population now lives in areas of water stress. The Aral Sea in Central Asia was once the world's 4th largest lake. Today, it is nothing but miles of dusty desert and rusting shipwrecks. Similarly, Lake Chad in Africa has shrunk by 90% in the last 50 years. Where there is a shortage of water, there is instability. The tension between Ethiopia and Egypt over the Nile River, or the Middle East's dispute over the Jordan River. This is evidence that future wars will be over water, not oil. This is not just a problem for any particular country. If the Amazon rainforest dries up or the Himalayan ice melts, it will have an impact on the climate and food supply of the entire world. No region on the water map is completely safe anymore. The biggest question is, when will the disaster happen? To be honest, the clock is already ticking. This is not a distant future, this is our present. According to the United Nations, by 2025, 1.8 billion people in the world will live in areas with an acute shortage of drinking water. That is, 1 in 4 people on Earth will suffer from severe thirst. According to the World Bank, by 2030, global demand for water will increase by 40% compared to current supply. If we do not manage water properly during this period, the dream of sustainable development will remain limited to paper only.
If the current trend continues, by 2050, about 5 billion people in the world will be directly affected by water shortages. We are at a tipping point. Scientists have warned that the next 10 to 20 years will be the most critical time in our fight for survival. Should we act now or wait until the last drop of water dries up? You may be wondering, there has been water on Earth for billions of years, so why is there such a fuss now? There are basically three major reasons behind this. Since the beginning of the 20th century, the demand for water has increased 6 times. However, the source of water has not increased. Nature is not able to replenish it at the rate at which we are extracting water from the ground. We're withdrawing money from nature's savings account, but are not depositing it.
As the world's temperature rises, the water cycle is out of balance. Where there should be rain, there are droughts, and where there should be droughts, there are floods. Glaciers, our vast reservoir of fresh water, are melting rapidly, mixing with the ocean and becoming saltier.
We are poisoning the little fresh water we have. Every day, billions of tons of industrial waste and sewage are dumped directly into rivers. That means there is water, but it is not fit for drinking. In many cases, water is seen as a commodity rather than a fundamental right. Due to waste and lack of proper policies, even in the developed world, water misuse cannot be stopped.
Simply put, nature did not give us water scarcity. Our greed, mismanagement, and climate indifference have made this crisis inevitable. We are killing ourselves.
We know the problems, but what is the solution? How can we prevent this impending catastrophe? Science and human history tell us that whenever we have faced a crisis, we have found a way out through innovation. Countries like Israel and Saudi Arabia are now converting seawater directly into potable water. As technology improves, the cost of this process is decreasing. This could be one of the main solutions of the future.
Singapore is an example to the world today. They are purifying every drop of their used water through new technology and making it usable again. 70% of the world's water is consumed in agriculture. If we use drip irrigation or smart farming instead of traditional irrigation methods, it is possible to reduce water wastage by up to 80%. Nature gives us billions of liters of water from the sky every year. If we can retain that water in every home or city instead of letting it just go underground or into the ocean, it is possible to eliminate local water shortages. Water will never completely disappear from the earth, but whether we will have clean, fresh water or not depends on our decisions today. An open tap or a wasted glass of water due to your negligence can increase the thirst of a child in the future. Let us pledge to reduce water waste. The earth was blue, it will remain blue. We just need a little awareness. Thank you for being with us on this journey.